and welcome to Dalby State High School. Just want to confirm that you are in the right place before we get going, because we do have 2 sessions on tonight. So at 6 p.m. we're doing our Year 6 into 7 showcase for new students, but this session right now is about our Apollo programs, which are our academies of excellence across various faculties in the school for students who are high achievers. So just want to confirm that you are in the right spot, and I would hope most people are. So as I said, welcome. My name is Dean Russell. I'm principal here at Dalby State High School, and I'm very proud to say we've been running the Apollo program now coming up on 13 years, which is an awful long time, and it's a program that we have maintained with a really high level of importance because, like most schools, we do plenty of work to support our students who are struggling, either academically or socially, with their well-being or any other way. And we feel it's also important to provide specific programs for our bright students, our high-achieving students, and those who really want to excel academically. And that's exactly what the Apollo program is. And as you'll hear shortly, there are multiple academies that operate within the Apollo program. So there's something there for everybody. I will hand over now to Cheryl Perry. Cheryl is one of our deputy principals, and she has portfolio responsibility for all of our programs of excellence. So I will welcome her and hand over. Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Dr. Russell. Cheers. So welcome everyone tonight. For those who've come in at the end of that introduction, I do have parent letters and enrolment applications. So at the end of this, I'm going to hand out some more, so don't worry. Just want to introduce you tonight. We have our heads of department here as well. So across this 30-minute presentation, we'll be inviting our heads of department up to speak specifically about their accelerated program in their department. So as you've heard, it's a long-standing gifted and talented or accelerated program at our school. This is the first year I've been running it, so it may be a little bit different from previous years. So please feel free to put your hand up, ask any question. However, if it's specific about your student, just book a time with me, ring the office and we can meet personally and book a time. So try to make it general questions tonight. If it's something very, very specific about your child, book a time with me and we can go through it together. Happy to help. So basically the Apollo program, as Dr. Russell said, it started in 2013. It's specifically for we're happy to say grade 6 to grade 10 at Dalby. In grade 6, our cluster schools run a STEM program. It provides us an enrichment program for our students. So the old adage of you had to go away to get a great education in rural towns is well and truly old hat. So you can be at Dalby State High School and you can accelerate here next to your family in a safe, supportive environment. So Apollo was the Greek god of intellectual pursuits, which is why we call it the Apollo program. It's been developed to ensure that students achieve academically, as I said, across years 7 to 10. Research indicates that students in high school, especially junior secondary, start to lose interest in academic and they sometimes miss the mark about that continuous goal setting. And the acceleration program, one of the great benefits of it, it's highly enriching. You do lots of fantastic stuff, highly related to both future studies and career goals, and each of the HODs will talk about their opportunities, and that will keep your child grounded and focused on what's important for their academic career. The program ensures that the students remain engaged, challenged, and challenging is a really important thing. So we're pushing students to think critically and to think on a cognitive level at a deeper level. By the time the Apollo students reach years 11 and 12, they'll be prepared to work at the general syllabus or the university or tertiary pathways. That doesn't mean if you're an Apollo student that you're automatically wanting to go to university. Some of our Apollo students really want to be electricians, etc. But it is geared towards those higher cognitive thinking, critically thinking, general subjects in grade 11 and 12. We also start, and I'll talk about that later, and I've spoken to a few people individually already about our Cronus program, which is our accelerated program that starts in year 10. So it does cover the Australian curriculum. Your child's not missing out. There will not be any gaps in their program. However, what we are looking at the next band up in the A to B grades or level of achievement across those bands. So our 4 distinct academies are the STEM Academy, which is the Science and Math Department Academy. We've got the Aristotle Academy, the Achilles, I can always say it wrong, Achilles Academy, Atlas is HBE, and Kronos is our accelerated grade 10 program. Aristotle is our English program here at this school. All the applications are here tonight. Students can also access them if they're at our school from the student window. The updated version is on our website as of tomorrow morning as well for those to apply, and I will talk about the application process in a moment. So I'm just going to invite the STEM Head of Department and the STEM Subject Coordinator. So Nick Top is our STEM Subject Coordinator, and Peter Doonan over there is our Science Head of Department. So they are strongly involved in the curriculum development to make sure that your child's accelerated and that they've got a deep understanding of that curriculum program to build up their foundations for senior schooling.
G'day, I'm Nick Top. I'm the STEM Coordinator. I'll just give you a quick rundown of what we do in the STEM Academy. So it does start in year 5 and 6 with our 2 local primary schools with our STEM Connections program. You don't need to be in that STEM Connections program to get involved in the STEM Academy at the high school. But basically that program introduces the students to problem-based learning. It involves maths and science, a bunch of engineering that we run through our manual arts department here. And we sort of carry that theme on through years 7, 8 and 9 as well as they head towards senior. So we cover the Australian curriculum for maths and science, and we do that a little bit quicker than normal because we have a group full of like-minded students who can keep up with a higher pace. And in the extra time we get to work on projects that are STEM-based. For example, in year 7, we'll be able to get through our Australian curriculum work a bit quicker. In semester 1, we'll start with our forces unit in science, which leads very nicely into a collaborative project between science maths that is working on rockets. The good thing about the rockets project is it covers all of our physics for science, but it also gives us a chance to collect data for the maths unit, which is about things like median, mean, range, all that sort of stuff. So they get to have a more interesting way of collecting what could be boring sort of data. In addition to our collaborative projects, which have a big focus on problem-based learning and getting those skills that the workforce wants, we also have the opportunity to go on a lot of excursions plus incursions of experts coming in to give the students a lot of exposure to university and possible career pathways outside of school. And we have lots of those opportunities. For example, with our rockets project, we go to QUT and do a rocket simulation workshop. We also do some indoor skydiving, which helps with our forces. And yeah, there's dozens and dozens of different trips and experiences right throughout. That's about it.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Nick. Our next one is Aristotle Academy, and Miss Strange is up here. She's our Head of Department for English. So this is concentrating on our English department and acceleration through our English, and here's Mrs. Strange.
Good evening, parents and students. So welcome to Dalby State High School. We do have an Aristotle program in the English department. For year 7s, they won't actually be able to access that until the end of the year for them. The Aristotle program kicks off more in year 8, but what we do is year 7s who demonstrate the capability of achieving well and their effort and behaviour aligns with their ability. What that does is in term 4, they either get a tap on the shoulder as far as, have you considered this? or they've already thought about it and they follow the process of applying for the position of going into Aristotle for Year 8. And at that point in time, what we do with our English students in Aristotle is we work hard to make sure that they are able to enter into discussions, that they are free in thought as far as what they are discussing in those conversations, and that they have the ability to work really, really hard as far as pushing themselves further. It is about their writing ability, it is about their strength and in the English subject as far as how they put all that together. And that will continue, that they apply for it again, because it's something that they have to continue to apply for Year 9 and then Year 10. It's not always an automatic, they roll over into the Aristotle for those 3 years. It is something that they work and strive to achieve, and they follow the processes that allow them to have that success.
Thank you, Mrs. Strange. Just a little tip for English. English is, your cornerstone of all your other curriculum bases. You need to understand how to read, how to write, how to critically think and put those ideas onto paper to demonstrate your understanding and knowledge. I'd now like to invite up Mrs. Routley, our Head of Department for Drama, to discuss our drama music program, Aeschylus. That's correct. I've been practicing all day. So here's Mrs. Routley talk about Aeschylus again, remembering part of this is participation.
Hello everybody. So I'm Head of Department of the Arts, and Aeschylus covers both music and drama. So we're looking for students who are performers. It's a performance excellence subject, and they study the music and the drama curriculum all as one. So twice as much content in the same time that they would normally be studying one subject. We have an after-school lesson on a Wednesday afternoon once musical is finished, and we use that afternoon to get ready for our performance. We perform here in November every year for the public, so any students who are looking to be a part of Aeschylus in the future, Aeschylus doesn't start till Year 9, and it's in Year 9 and Year 10. But if you are a student who is keen on their music and drama, please come along in week 8 on Wednesday, the 20th of November, 7 p.m. here, and the current Year 9 and 10 Aeschylus class will be performing a musical called Bats for you. It's a spooky Dracula type thing, but quite funny. So we also have excursions. We assess all of the strands that Year 9 and 10 drama and music would be assessing. So the students in music compose, they perform, and they analyse a music performance. And in drama, they script write, they perform, and they analyse live theatre. So we take a trip to Brisbane each year where we have a wonderful time and see a show and then come back and write about it. This year, the Year 10s were also invited on the Brisbane Festival trip, which is a trip that the senior drama students and music students have been taking for the last 12 or so years. And it's a whole weekend in Brisbane. The beginning of the holidays just gone, and we stay for 3 days and see 4 pieces of wonderful theatre, including Wicked. We went to Wicked and we saw some fantastic theatre. So Aeschylus is for students who love to perform. Anything else? Miss McCafferty is the music half. I'm the drama half. Miss McCafferty is the music half. Have I left anything out, Miss McCafferty?
I think so.
I don't think so. No.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, we will both be here. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Routley. Just remembering, we've got an audience from grade 6 into grade 10 tonight talking about Apollo. Grade 6 parents and students, it's really important to hear what's happening in the later years of high school. So you've got that full breadth of opportunity here at Dalby State High School. I'm now going to talk about Chronos. So Chronos is when you've done your grade 7, 8, 9 Apollo programs, you're absolutely loving school, loving academics, your well-being is okay, you can handle and cope with the high pressures. You then apply for the Chronos Academy. So this is a unique opportunity. I've never seen it before, played out in such a very planned and supportive manner. So Dalby State High School, basically in grade 9, you come and meet with me, we have an interview, we talk to the HODs and your parents, and you have the opportunity, if you are successful, to enrol in grade 11 subjects in grade 10. So you're starting your senior school early. That comes with a lot of responsibility and a lot of support. So in the bigger picture, parents, your child may be in grade 10, 11, 12, over 3 years completing their senior schooling. So that's an opportunity. How to apply for Coronas, you make an appointment to see me. We together discuss the program, discuss your goals, look at your SEP plans, and then I start talking to the HODs, and then Dr. Russell has the final agreement on the successful applicants. It's a very small group that applies through and is successful to be taken on in the Coronas program, but it's a really important program and a great opportunity that the school provides. The Atlas Academy. So this is the HPE department. I do have HPE teachers here tonight, so would you like to come over and have a chat? HPE, I have to say, participation, participation, participation.
Evening everyone. A couple of things on the Atlas Academy. We are currently running the academy in grade 8 and 9 at Dalby State High School. If you're in grade 6 currently, you'll have an opportunity to apply towards the end of your grade 7 year of school. And we really mirror the ethos of the Apollo program. We are really keeping motivation for students high in our academy. So one of our big priorities is really driving motivation and increasing that for our accelerated students and challenging them with different types of learning. So we, as the other academies do, hit all the Australian curriculum same achievement standards as mainstream schooling. However, we design our program a little bit differently, and we challenge the students with a couple of projects in grade 8 and 9 where they can actually have a bit more time to research, analyse and evaluate their assessment. Probably one of the biggest things we have pushed in the last 12 months is building some community connections. So instead of having students in the classroom, we are really challenging the students to get out of their comfort zone. We've built some big connections this year with our feeder schools, which most of you guys are from, Dalby State and Dalby South State School. We had some our grade 9 Atlas Academy students head to both primary schools as part of one of their assessment pieces. We've built a strong partnership now with the Brisbane Broncos and the Dalby Leagues Club, where we have some Broncos staff come out and work with our students on some different parts of the Australian curriculum, including leadership and some interesting things there. So we're really excited to keep building those partnerships and try and create more opportunities for you guys potentially sitting here and grade 8 and 9 students at our school to keep challenging them and making sure we keep motivation high. As Cheryl just said, participation is a good start, but if you really are trying to excel in the HPE curriculum, we really are looking to extend our students and push them as well as participating to push through those projects and make sure that we have got all the boxes ticked and really ensuring that they are enjoying the subject and feel like they're challenged rather than just cruising through the subject. Thank you.
Just for food for thought, with the new university, entry requirements, prerequisite requirements, remember in grade 7 is your first day looking towards grade 12. HPE, general subject HPE, for some careers such as paramedics, etc., is a prerequisite. So HPE is quite an important and becoming more and more important subject to take on in your general subjects later on. Nearing towards the end of our presentation, I'm going to get Mr. Top to come up again and just talk about the uniforms, etc. That's just an example of a Coronas Academy timetable. I will talk individually to the Coronas Academy applicants and their parents about that. So we're just talking about The guide is on the website. Your applications are also on the website as of tomorrow morning. We do have hard copies here tonight for you to collect. You need to complete your application by the 25th of October. You'll find out if you're successful by the 8th of November. So that's the process. The application, everyone is almost identical. You need to submit your report cards. You need to submit why you want to do Apollo, that your parents and you or your carers are committed to the program, and also that you've got an understanding of that it is a commitment, both time to study and also your ability to work with others in classrooms at that accelerated level. So I'll just invite Mr. Topper to talk about the uniforms, because there's a little bit different. We have a different uniform.
G'day again. I'm wearing the STEM shirt right now, and I think that's about it in the room. There's a shirt, oh there we go. So that's the STEM Academy shirt. There's a similar shirt, except instead of STEM on the back, it'll be Atlas. There's one for Aeschylus and one for Aristotle. We all have different colours. The shirt is subsidised by our resource scheme to make them a bit more affordable, and if you're in any of those academies, you can get any of those shirts, so you can have quite a big collection of these shirts depending on how many academies you've joined. It is in place of the sports uniform, so you can still wear the sports uniform whenever, but on sports uniforms days you can wear the academy shirts. On formal uniform days you'll still be wearing formal uniform. Often on our trips we will require students to be wearing their academy shirts so that we all look the same and we know where we're from. So yeah, that's the go with the shirts. The other thing that Mrs. Perry wanted me to talk about was just the need for a lot of hard work in any of the academies. We do push the students to work quite hard. As I mentioned before, we get through the curriculum a bit quicker than other classes. It does involve a bit more homework, and we do tend to mirror the senior assessment styles. In science, for example, the types of assessment we do in Year 7, 8 and 9 and going into 10 really prepare students for the senior sciences, likewise with maths and the other, as well as the other academies. The reason for that, specifically with STEM, maths and science subjects in Year 12 have a 50% external exam. It's quite a big deal to prepare for one of those, so the students need to build those healthy study habits really early so that they're able to cope with that extra work when they do get to Year 12.
Thank you everybody. Just a reminder, if you wanted to apply for the Aeschylus program, Mrs. Routley, Ms. McCafferty over there has those applications. Mrs. Strange has the Aristotle for the English program. Mr. Myers has the Atlas for the HPE program. I have the parent letter and the Year 6 to 9 STEM Academy. Just a disclaimer, in next year, science and math curriculum will be embedding the STEM within their program. So the STEM program for next year is Years 7 to 10, including the Year 6 program as well. Thank you very much tonight. I really appreciate your time. I'm hoping that you will come over and see me, say hello, and grab some application forms. The application forms, if you've got any problems filling them in, just give me a call on the school admin number and I'll assist you in any way we can. Thank you very much, everyone. Cheers.